anything that you do upstream in the terrestrial area and in upland, especially in watersheds, will definitely have an effect into the marine ecosystem downstream. So that's why it's very, very important that we also not just consider the marine, but we do a ridge-to-reef approach.
According to many marine biologists, the Verde Island Passage in the Philippines, where we are right now, is the center of marine biodiversity. So this is a very, very important area to protect, and Seacology is proud to be doing its bit to protect the diversity here while benefiting the quality of life of local residents.
Our partner was able to talk to the people and convince them that it is worthwhile to protect their watershed and to basically finance their operation. They established the Nalayag Trail, which accepts tourists. If they do the climb, they will also be helping the community because the guides to the trail are members of the community. Now, before they engaged into this enterprise, they were actually cutting some of the trees in the watershed. So the Nalayag Trail actually weans them away from destructive practices.
Dahil po dagdag hanap buhay din po. Yung iba po kasi dito ay walang hanap buhay, lalo na po yung mga babae. Ano po? So para po magkaroon po ng equality, so yung kaya po ni lalaki, kaya din po ng babaeng gawin. So para pong mamotivate po namin ang bawat isa na mag-guide at para din po makatulong po sa kalikasan. Naglilinis po kami ng trail po every last Monday po ng month. Habang tumatagal po, nag-open na po kami ng May 27, 2022. Patuloy na po dumarami yung mga turista po.
Now what Seacology did was to build facilities on the trail that basically make it easier for people doing the trek.
Joe and I are here on the Nalayag Trail, maybe a third of the way up. We're going to see the facilities that Seacology funded, and we're going to see the sites too. So far we've had some good views of the ocean, but we expect more when we get to the top.
The civil society and community groups here in Lobo were opposing a mining project that was happening, and they requested the assistance of our then foundation head, Ms. Gina Lopez, to come in and assist in sort of like mediating and also coordinating and to be the spokesperson for their fight against the mining issue here. And that's what we did, and Ms. Gina got invited and she fell in love with the place, and she saw how beautiful the province, the municipality of Lobo is because of the mountains and as well as the reef, the marine ecosystem. And so then we started thinking of alternative livelihood projects. So we assisted through Seacology and with other partners to develop the community's capacity to manage their social enterprise and anchoring, of course, on the environmental concerns and advocacies of the group. Even to the last days, she would say, and she wasn't allowed to anymore because she was supposed to focus on her health, but she would text us, those that she was working with in terms of community development, and she had a list of like, make sure you do this, make sure the boat that we promised this community is given, make sure that this project pushes through. And it was a list, and we made sure through the years that, you know, we tick off that list and that we continue with, she really loved people empowerment, and that's what she believed in more than anything. We're very grateful to have Seacology as a partner. One, because they understood essentially what it meant, the journey that it takes for a community to go through to be able to come up with a project like this. This project was co-developed with and co-designed with the community as a primary partner, not as a beneficiary, but really as a main anchor player in the project. And having Seacology appreciate that is something that's very special to us. With the partnership, we were able to provide the necessary infrastructure that it needs. A visitor center, a solar panel for the light, the handrails to make things secure, kitchen equipment and utensils so that they can do their food catering services. All of this, the economic benefits, are all tied in with the environmental stewardship. In fact, you would hear the local government officials talk about the Verde Island Passage and really say that it is the center of marine shorefish biodiversity in the world. So, and how Lobo is part of that ecosystem and how they are doing what they can to protect it.
The view is wonderful. I'd recommend it to everyone.